Cindy Cullen. I'm the owner of Cullen Web Services, and this is my beautiful daughter, Mallory.
Hi.
So what do you know about websites?
I know that you have to have a name.
Okay.
Because it's like, you know...
What do you mean by name? A name for...
The name for the website. You want to have cullenwebservices.com or google.com.
Do you know what that's called? What kind of
name? A domain name.
Domain name. So I'm going to write that here. First thing you need is a domain name. Okay. What else do you know about building websites?
You have to have the design, because you don't want it to be plain, you don't want it to be like ugly, you want it to be pretty, and you want it to be something that will catch people's eyes, because if you just have it plain or just nothing is there, you know, it's kind of like, what, this person clearly doesn't care, you know, why should I?
Okay. Know? Okay, so design is important. I'll agree with that. I don't think it's next, but it's important. Okay. What else?
On me is next. Okay. Next, you have to have the way it's put together. You have to have the format laid out. You have to have the way it goes from page to page. It has to be smooth. It can't be, you know.
So we call that, in the web world, we call that either the navigation or the user experience, the usability of it. So it needs to, like you said, there's certain things we expect when we go to a website, since web's been around for a while, and I expect when I go to a website that something with a line under it, for example, means I can click on that.
And it'll take you to a link.
Right, it'll take you to another page. So there's some usability things that are important too. So I'm going to write this up here, and actually the usability goes with the design a little bit, but go ahead. What else do you know about websites?
They have to be on a good website place. They can't be just like on some random user. They have to be like, the writers have to be good at it, and they have to have a good place for it to be, because if it's not on a...
Wait. When you say a good place for it to be, you mean a good computer for the website to live on?
Yeah.
Called, in my world, that's called hosting. So where the disk space, the computer where the website is housed, where it lives, is called hosting. And that really is the second thing you need to think about when you're building a website. Okay? Okay, and then you mentioned something else in there. I think you were sort of leading to that. The writing is what you called it. And in the web world, that's called copywriting. And that means that you only have so much space on your website for it to catch your visitors' attention. So regardless of whether you're doing this for money or for your fans or whatever, you want to capture their attention, and the better writing that's on there. So, I mean, you can write your own, but sometimes if you really want it to grab people, you might want to hire a copywriter. So I would put the copywriting probably somewhere in here. Probably it goes along with this other stuff. I don't know that it's not more important than the design. They pretty much go hand in hand. Okay. What else do you know about websites? Baby, what else do you know about websites?
I know that they have to...
What is it?
I know that they have to be able to not only look good, not only sound good, not only be on a good house for it. It has to be good for it to, you know, look good.
What do you mean by be good?
It has to have, like...
It has to work good?
It has to have good stuff on it. Like, when you write, you want it to be, like, good. You want it to be interesting. You don't want it to be just like,
okay. Well, I think all that goes with the copywriting. So all that fits in together there. I think it needs to work. For instance, if you push a submit button, you expect that to actually submit the form. You expect it to work. When you click on a link, you expect it to go to the right page. So we call that functionality. It has the right functionality. So that's a good start. You know a lot more than I thought you did. So that's a good thing. Now, you don't know how to do any of that, though, do you?
I'll tell you to do it.
You tell me to do it. That's right. So that's going to change today. So I'm going to teach you how to do all that. I'm going to teach you how to get a domain name and get your hosting You're a little lucky in this department because I do hosting, and so far I've always hosted your websites. But I want to show you, along with everybody out there, how you would get it if I'm not around always. And which kinds of hosting? There's different kinds of hosting and that kind of stuff.
Well, are you talking about like WordPress and stuff?
No. WordPress and HTML are ways to build the website, but that's not your hosting. You put HTML, and that's the code that you use to build the website. So we'll talk about HTML and WordPress. WordPress is a pre-built website that you just can plug in your copy and your videos and your stuff in it. So and WordPress is what you've been using, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so you know a little bit about WordPress. Some of these folks may not know about WordPress, so I'm going to teach that to you and to them. You may learn something new. And then with the design, you can hire a custom designer, and that's what most people think of when they think of websites, as a web designer. And web designers do the graphics and make it look good. And used to, you were one and the same. A developer was a designer because there was only so much you could do with the design. But nowadays, there's a bunch of specialty things. So there's also other things that we didn't talk about that I'll just mention right here is SEO, search engine optimization. And a website, you put it out on the web now, there's so many websites out there that if you don't have good search engine optimization, nobody may ever find it. So that's an important part too. So now we have all these different people. There are people that just do copywriting, and there are people that just work on the functionality like I do. There are people that do just design work, and there's people that do just usability stuff. And just SEO, there's people for each one of these jobs. So nowadays, when a website's built, it may take 5-6 people to build it. Now, there are some people that still do the whole thing, but not as much as you think. Unless you get something like WordPress, where a lot of it's already done for you. So the functionality's already there. You have to do the copywriting yourself when you make your posts. The usability's there, the design's there, the SEO is sometimes there. And then you just have to worry about the domain and hosting. So if you're doing WordPress, it speeds things up a lot. All right, Kitty, you're driving me crazy. So, that's good. That's good. You did really good. I'm impressed.
Could you make your own like custom homemade design for your website?
Yeah. I want to show you how to do that too, because I think you would be really good at that, because you like to do Photoshop and the graphic stuff. And the videos, and you can make your own design, and actually you can build your design in a graphics program like Photoshop, and then you can cut it up and put it on your website and make your website look any way you want it to look. So I want to teach you and everybody out there, if they want to learn, how to build it from scratch. You know, I want to teach you how to do a WordPress, because if you need one really quick, then that's a good thing. But I also want to teach you how to do it from scratch, and that way you can be as creative as you want to be. Because that's where I see this world going, is everybody's going to be more creative, and that's where the jobs are going to be, is in the creative part. So, all right, you did good. I'm impressed. So now we've got our work cut out for it. Now the good thing, since I'm not so great at being on camera, is that a lot of this stuff is going to be screen captures from our computer. Of course, you'll still hear us talking about it. But we're going to try to screen capture all of this. And for you Windows folks, we are Mac people around here. And you should be. For those of you who are using Windows, the things that matter, I will show you in Windows. But for the most part, I'll be using my Mac. It's not that much different. Like I said, for the things that matter, I'll do it in both Windows and Mac so that you can see both. But for the most part, I'll be on a Mac, so it may look a little different to you. But as long as you're, I'll point all that out to you, so that shouldn't be a problem. Anything else we need to tell everybody before we go? Thanks for making me do this and not put it off any longer. I know everybody out there that's been begging for this is going to appreciate that too. All right, I think we're good. We're going to try to get these episodes, can we call them episodes?
I guess, I mean.
Or classes, whatever we're going to call these. We're going to try to get them out fairly quickly, several at a time. So if you see us with the same clothes on, it's because we're making the videos on the same day. And then you may not get the video for several days after that. We may spread them out because we got to edit all this still. So just don't think we wear the same clothes every day. We don't. Okay. Anything else we need to explain in this introduction that we've done so well? cats and all.
I don't think so.